Most calming products for dogs do absolutely nothing. Here's the proof. We put every calming product's ingredient panel and mechanism of action next to the clinical research that actually exists on it. We read every veterinary guidance document we could find. We cross-reference the clinical studies that actually exist. What we found: the $85 billion pet industry has exactly one category that generates more marketing noise per unit of actual scientific evidence than any other. It's calming products. And today, Vet Check Series Episode 5, Tucker is going to fix that. Agitation stack. Here is the problem. You have an anxious dog. You go to the pet store. The shelf has 40 products. Every single one has a photo of a serene golden retriever on the front. You buy 3 of them. You spend $90. Nothing changes. Then you try to ask your vet. And your vet, who is very smart and very busy, says it depends. Which is technically correct and practically useless when your dog is vibrating at a frequency you can hear. Then you Google it. And now you are reading forum arguments between a woman named Patricia, who swears by CBD, and someone called Border Collie Parent 2011, who says Patricia is wrong. And also somehow the discussion has turned into a debate about raw feeding. You are not going to make a $45 decision based on Patricia's anecdotal experience. You are going to watch a tier list, context plus methodology, before we rank anything. How we evaluated these products. We are not vets. We are not recommending any product as medical treatment. Every tier placement is based on 3 criteria: clinical evidence quality, mechanism of action, does the science make sense, and cost-to-effectiveness ratio. For any dog with significant anxiety, your first call is your veterinarian. With that established, let's run the tiers. S tier, the 1. S tier, 1 product. The Adaptil Calm Home Diffuser. Here is why this is different from everything else on this list. Adaptil uses DAP, dog-appeasing pheromone. This is a synthetic version of the pheromone nursing mothers produce to calm their puppies. It is not a supplement. It is not an herb. It is a chemical signal your dog's brain already knows, and it has clinical research behind it. Multiple peer-reviewed studies, including those referenced by the ASPCA and the British Veterinary Association, have demonstrated measurable reduction in anxiety behaviors, including destructive behavior, excessive vocalization, and fear response to noise events. The starter kit runs about $45. It covers a 700 square foot space. You plug it in, replace the refill every 30 days, and let it run continuously. It is not a situational product. It is an environmental baseline intervention, where it works best. Separation anxiety, noise phobias, thunderstorms, fireworks, multi-dog households where tension runs high, puppies adjusting to a new home. Where it works less well: acute situational panic, a trip to the vet, a car ride, a sudden event. For those, you'll want something in A tier. The Adaptil Calm Home Diffuser. Link in the description. A tier, strong runner-up. A tier, Zesty Paws Calming Bites. These are your situational anxiety solution. The formulation combines melatonin, L-theanine, and hemp. Each ingredient has independent evidence for supporting calm. Melatonin for sleep cycle regulation and general relaxation. L-theanine for reducing cortisol response. Hemp for neurological modulation. The key distinction here: these work for situational anxiety. Car ride, give these 30 minutes before. Vet visit, give these. Thunderstorm rolling in, give these. You are not running these as a daily environmental intervention. That is what the Adaptil is doing. These are the event-specific response. Price point, roughly $30 for 90 chews. Most dogs take this well. Palatability is high, which matters because the best supplement is the one your dog actually eats. The ingredient panel backs that use case up. Melatonin and L-theanine both have a fast onset window that lines up with situational, pre-event dosing, rather than all-day baseline use. That is a meaningful mechanism match for a supplement category where placebo effect on owners is high. One note: dosing matters. Follow the weight-based dosing on the package. More is not calmer. MID video call to action. Before we get to B, C, and D tier, and D tier is going to upset some people, a quick note: if you are building out your pet care toolkit and want to make sure you are not wasting money on products that don't earn their spot, I put together the new pet owner's complete product checklist. It is free. It is organized by budget, $50, $150, $500, and it tells you exactly what to buy first. Get it at pawsmadesimple.com/checklist, link in the description. Takes 30 seconds to download, potentially saves you hundreds. Okay, B tier. This one requires nuance. B tier, context dependent. B tier, Thundershirt. Here is the thing about pressure wraps. They are one of the most misapplied products in this category. The mechanism, sustained gentle pressure activating the parasympathetic nervous system, is real. It is the same reason swaddling works for human infants, and why deep pressure therapy is used in clinical contexts. But, and this is a significant but, the clinical evidence for Thundershirt specifically shows stronger results for noise-related anxiety than for separation anxiety. If your dog panics at fireworks or thunderstorms, this may genuinely help. If your dog has true separation anxiety, the evidence is less consistent. Price point, $45 to $55 depending on size. It is reusable indefinitely. If you try it and it works for your dog's specific anxiety trigger, you will use it for years. The limitation is fit and acclimation. A Thundershirt that is too loose does nothing. Your dog also needs to wear it before the anxiety event begins. Putting it on a dog that is already panicking reduces effectiveness. Logistics matter. B tier. Real mechanism, real results for the right use case. Wrong use case equals wasted $50. C tier, overhyped. C tier, CBD dog treats. This is where I need you to pay attention, because there is a real conversation happening about CBD and pets, and it is being drowned out by marketing. What the evidence actually shows. There is emerging research on CBD's potential for anxiety and pain management in dogs. The 2018 Cornell study on CBD and osteoarthritis in dogs is real. Some additional research on seizure management is real. What the evidence does not show, that any specific CBD dog treat brand at any specific dose reliably reduces anxiety, because the CBD pet supplement market is minimally regulated. The concentration on the label may not match what is in the bag. The dose that works for one 40-pound dog may do nothing for another. The FDA has issued guidance that CBD is not approved as a pet food ingredient and is actively reviewing the space. Here is my position. I am not saying CBD does not work for some dogs. I am saying that the current market makes it very difficult to find a product with reliable dosing and quality control, and that you should have an explicit conversation with your vet before spending money here. My dog is anxious and I want to try CBD is a sentence your vet is hearing every day. They have opinions. Get them before you buy. C tier, not a skip. A proceed with expert guidance. D tier, skip. D tier. Benadryl as a routine calming solution. Diphenhydramine, the active ingredient in Benadryl, causes sedation. Sedation is not calm. They are not the same thing. A sedated dog is a suppressed dog. Their anxiety is still happening internally. You have just chemically reduced their ability to express it. This does not help them process the anxiety trigger. It can mask important signals your vet needs to assess, and it does not teach their nervous system that the trigger is not a threat. Additionally, Benadryl contains inactive ingredients that can be harmful to dogs depending on the formulation. Always consult your veterinarian before giving any human medication to a dog. This is not negotiable. There are specific, narrow situations where a vet may recommend diphenhydramine for a dog allergic reaction management. For example, that is a vet decision, not a pet store decision. For routine anxiety, there are better options. You have just seen 4 of them. D tier. Verdict, the FOMO close. Here is the final tier summary. S tier, Adaptil Calm Home Diffuser. If your dog has ongoing separation anxiety or noise phobia, this is your baseline. Plug it in and run it. Currently about $45 for the starter kit. Link below. A tier, Zesty Paws Calming Bites. Pack these for travel, vet visits, events. Give 30 minutes before the trigger. About $30. B tier, Thundershirt. Buy it if your dog has noise anxiety specifically. Confirm the fit. Put it on before the event, not during. C tier, CBD. Do not buy without talking to your vet first. Quality control is the variable no marketing copy will tell you about. D-tier, Benadryl for routine calming. Call your vet instead. The Adaptil starter kit is currently $45 on Amazon. At the rate the pet supplement market is adding SKUs, that is not a permanent price. Here is the link. If you use the calming stack, Adaptil for baseline, Zesty Paws for events, Thunder Shirt for noise, you are covering 3 different anxiety mechanisms simultaneously. That is the layered approach the underlying mechanisms actually support, not a single product doing all the work. 6 months from now, your dog will have a nervous system that is actually being supported, not just suppressed on stressful days. That is the outcome. The link to start is below. Cliffhanger, Episode 6 Tease. That covers calming. But there is an entire category of products that affect your dog's daily quality of life that is even more confusing than this one, and has even more marketing noise per unit of clinical evidence. Episode 6, Joint Supplements. Glucosamine, fish oil, CBD again, and 3 other products that are either essential or overpriced depending on your dog's specific profile. If your dog is over 5 years old and you have never thought about joint support, you need to be in this conversation. Subscribe. Episode 6 drops next Wellness Wednesday. If this tier list saved you from a $90 mistake, the like button is right there. I checked the algorithm. It helps. E&D call to action. The new pet owner's complete product checklist is at pawsmadesimple.com/checklist. It is free, organized by budget, and it will tell you the right order